Welcome back to Corner by Corner with Sport Rider Coaching. Today we're looking at double apex corners, counterclockwise, so turns 3, turns 13, and turns 15. I've got them on the computer. Let's dig in. Turns 3, 13, and 15 at Eagles Canyon are double apex corners. Arguably, so are turns 4, 5, and turns 7, 8, but these are just different enough we will explore them in their own episodes. Because the double apex corner is so common, mastery of them is essential to a fast lap time at ECR. Before we dig into track footage, we should explore the double apex corner conceptually. There's a lot going on. A double apex corner is so named for the two inside clip points, or apexes, that make up the corner. In practice, however, there's really only one apex for the motorcycle rider, and that's at the slowest point of the corner, and usually the transition to the exit drive. As a result, a double apex corner is typically taken as a single turn, using the pattern of outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. There's usually a significant braking and an early entry and deep trail braking going into the corner. A late apex is used to set up a more direct drive out of the corner, and a strong return to the gas is used to exit the turn. SRC Pro Coach Ty Howard provides a nice example of a double apex corner in this footage. It's worth noting how lean angle remains consistent after turn-in. From the rider's perspective, a double apex is one turn. Double apex corners hide secrets, however, and it's not as simple as a single turn-in point to solve this type of corner. What Ty and other expert riders use is the control of speed, the brake and throttle, to manage the radius and thus shape of the line throughout the turn. This is an essential skill for double apex corners. As we watch our expert riders Kyle and SRC Pro Coach Ryan Max Johnson take the same corner, all maintain a consistent lean angle throughout the turn. And there's good reason. There's a relationship between radius, speed, and lean angle. In a double apex corner, adjusting the lean angle is more disruptive than adjusting the speed of the motorcycle. A rider will want to maintain as much momentum for as long as possible headed into the turn as a defensive measure, and return to the throttle as soon as possible for the exit, providing competitive edge. So to achieve the tighter radius at the rider's apex, use brakes while maintaining the same lean angle. And to widen the radius for the drive out, add throttle to increase speed. We can put this theory into practice by taking a closer look at turn 15. Turn 15 has long straights heading into the corner and driving out. This offers the opportunity to study the double apex corner type in isolation. Adding a tricky twist, the double apex corners at Eagles Canyon are asymmetrical in shape, and depending on the run direction, change where the transition of braking to throttle exit is used. The principles are the same. Hard braking before a relatively early turn-in, trail braking past the first clip point, and a transition to the throttle for the exit from the back of the track. What ECR's asymmetrical shape does for us in the counterclockwise direction is make the entry a bit tighter and shorter, and the exit drive starts sooner. This makes correct line selection and transition to the throttle important for a good drive from the corner. Let's take another look at Ty's video in turn 15, this time watching his brake and throttle application throughout the turn. Turn 3 is a lot like turn 15, but has considerations on the exit for turn 4. With turn 3, we use the same basic approach and techniques we used in turn 15, but on the exit we need to come back to just past mid-track for the drive down the hill in turn 4, a technique we will explore in a future episode. Turn 3 is slightly downhill, and depending on gearing might be a corner you take a gear higher than most other corners at ECR. If not, you will likely short shift on the exit of 3 for the drive down through turn 4. In all cases, expert riders return to the throttle just before the final pivot and exit of turn 3, creating a rich opportunity for a powerful drive. Let's review the exit footage, listening carefully to Kyle's return to the gas. Time alignment offers the chance to see the slight differences in line choice between expert riders exiting turn 3, and an opportunity for overtaking too. Ty, Kyle, and Ryan all take similar entry lines into turn 3. The race footage demonstrates the advantages of the early turn into a double apex corner, allowing the riders to extend the braking zone much deeper into the turn. Ryan elects a slightly different exit line. Ryan is aggressive on the drive out of 3 and doesn't come back to the left in setting up turn 4 quite as much as Ty's reference coaching line or Kyle's race performance. This choice is a common alternate line in turn 3, and one often used for overtaking as it can be a bit faster through the exit of 3 at the expense of turns 4 and 5. Turn 13 is a classic double apex, with the most significant unique trait being the steep downhill entry. Looking at the turn from the rider's perspective, we can see the turn offers favorable camber at the first apex, exactly where we need it the most, so it's important to place the bike in this location to take advantage of the track profile. Trail braking is your friend on the entry to turn 13. A good approach is to trail brake to the first clip point of the corner before gently returning to the gas to ease steering down the hill. Complete the turn and drive out for the short section between turns 13 and 14. Ty's reference coaching laps offer a perfect example. We will pick on Kyle a bit regarding this point of returning to the throttle too aggressively. In his footage, we can hear him pick up the throttle only to give it back again. It certainly seems to work for Kyle well enough, but most riders will find it better to return to the throttle early, but a bit more gently, and use a smooth, steady acceleration down the hill and throughout the exit of the turn. A common mistake on the exit of turn 13 is to sacrifice the exit drive attempting to set up a better entry for turn 14. This never pays a benefit, but probably will get you overtaken on the inside and slow your lap times. If you like this kind of analysis, imagine having your own coach doing this for your ride, reviewing the video captured of your on-track session and working with you in the classroom to make your next ride better. If this kind of analysis appeals to you, consider joining us for a coaching day at Sport Rider Coaching. We'd love to have you at Eagles Canyon Raceway.